So I don't know this run very well, but it's kind of mellow, so I'm just gonna cruise. So there's a bunch of things I want to talk about. Mainly, mental health affects everybody. And as a guy, a man, it affects us differently. There's a lot of social demands on us, whether that's antiquated or outdated or what have you, but the idea that we're taught, especially myself, I'm in my mid-30s, so I was always taught that a man has to be strong for others. A man has to not be governed by his emotions, not show weakness, and be a provider, or at least an equal with his partner. In this day and age, I think a lot of that is very antiquated. And with my previous relationship, there was aspects of it that were wrong. I was really bad for emotional dysregulation. I would bottle up my feelings to try to show that I'm not hurt or emotional. And especially times that I was sad, try to be strong. Now there's times to do that and times to not do that. And there are times where I feel like your partner doesn't really see you if you're coming across as, oh, hold on, where are we going? I think we're going left here, yes. So if your partner sees you kind of in this unfeeling robot kind of sense, that's not good, because they start to think that you don't care. When in actual fact, most of the time you care a lot, and that's why you're doing that. So that coupled with spicy, anxiety, as well as I didn't know, because I was never diagnosed or tested for it, because I'm quite high functioning and articulate, and ADD is easier to pick up on, but I have ADHD, which attributes to my anxious attachment, which essentially damaged a lot of my relationship. It meant that I was difficult to talk to, and while I am a very empathetic person and a good listener, I kind of lost that ability too, because I was holding on so tight, getting out of control every time I was confronted or shamed or made to feel that way one way or another if I was behaving poorly or not up to my partner's expectations. So for myself, I didn't know a lot of the problems that I was dealing with. Because I didn't, I just tried to white knuckle through, and I didn't go for help, which is part of the problem. Part of the ADHD is you're not able to reach out for help, talk with people. It's made it very difficult, not only for me, but for my partner as well, who I think for the most part cared for a long time, but got worn out because she had her own issues. We're going through the center here, I think, yeah. Her own issues to deal with, her own uncertainty with career path and schooling and going back to school and stuff like that. So what I want to get at is, don't neglect the men in your life, because we get affected as much as anybody else does, not only by mental health but by emotions. Everybody has struggles time and again, and sometimes the easier route, the easy way out is to just bail out and run. But if you truly care about the person, maybe, just maybe, it's worth putting the time in to try and get them the help they need. I know I certainly needed it, but I didn't get the kick in the ass I needed until I lost the person I love most, after harming her time and time again because I was out of control and overwhelmed by my emotions. What's making that worse is she now won't talk to me, won't let me explain, won't let me apologize, because I think she thinks that I can reason my way back or something like that. That's not the truth. The truth is I just want to apologize. This is someone that I was in a 6-year relationship with, that I had known 15, 16 years and really cared about. So, you know, someone that I talked to pretty much daily for the last 10 years and based hobbies around, based a lot of my enjoyment, a lot of my life around. And it's just heartbreaking that we can no longer talk and work our way through this. Now, I get that she had enough and she wanted to move on, or maybe she didn't, who knows, but it just sucks that, you know, I feel like I've been treated somewhat poorly. I am not a dangerous person. I'm not a violent person. I'm a self-harm first kind of person, and that was kind of what was going on. I was beating myself up for my behavior and wasn't being allowed any modicum of like understanding from her. I think it was because, you know, our age gap, I'm older, I'm a man, I'm supposed to have it all figured out, and I don't. We were just two broke people that did care about each other at one time, pushing each other away with our own problems. And like I said, we had something beautiful. We had 4.5 perfect years where we barely fought, just enjoyed each other. And then she decided she needed to go see the world, and I wasn't ready for that. I was working on it though. Everybody's on their own journey, and sometimes you just ask too much of them too soon. Anyway, enough about me. Look after your friends, look after your family, and don't neglect the men in your life, because we all deal with problems too. That's why suicide rates are so high in men. That's why mental health is at an all-time low, is because we are connected in the social media and our phones or what have you, but we're taught a lot of unfair truths and misinformation, and we don't stop and talk to each other. And I know for myself, like, because of my ADHD, I couldn't talk to her, I couldn't open up, and it broke my heart because this is someone I cared very much about. So I wish I had learned the lesson, 2 years before. Could have shaped up, could have gotten the help I needed, could have worked towards making myself better and being the best me for her, but too little too late. So I just hope that someone can hear this and learn from this mistake before it's too late for them too. All right, catch you next time on the trail. Much love.